welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. Today I'm going to be showing you how to mask off stencils to get different effects. We're going to have some really good fun with this new stencil. I called it Stepping Stones from the Hedgehog Hollow box this month. I'll add a link down below where you can go and grab a box and a coupon code. Now, talking of coupon codes, I also have a code for the first 1,000 lucky Hedgehog Hollow subscribers who go over to Skillshare and sign up for a subscription. Now, I have been taking lots of classes. I've been telling you about them every month. I've done, bold designs and all these kinds of different things. And I've been practicing my brush lettering using one of the classes in there. And I designed this kind in our box using that same class that I did. So you really can learn lots of different skills and things, and thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. We'll talk about that a little bit more as we go along. So I'm going to take my Stepping Stones stencil. I have a piece of white cardstock that I've already trimmed down to be 5 inches by 3 3/4. I'm going to line this up in the middle, like so. And now I'm going to take my purple tape and I'm going to stick it down. Now, I am out of my one that fits in my nice Scotch tape roll, so we'll be using this one. I'm going to put that in place. Now, the reason I do it on the back is so I can still move my stencil around, and it's really easy to get to different areas. Now, I'm going to need some more tape, and I'm actually just going to tear this down the middle because I don't need the whole width, so I can stretch it a little bit further. Super simple, like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape off this inner circle. So as I designed this, I designed it with a really cute little inner circle in here, so you could do different techniques. So I'm going to tape that off using my purple tape here. I'm going to add a tiny extra piece in here. And so we're just going to keep going around. You see how easy this is to do, but it's going to give us a really cool effect when we have it all taped off and we add on our colours. And I'm using the ElectroPop collection from Rena K via Thermoweb. She is, of course, Gina K's daughter. And she has these really cool little neon ink pads in some really bright poppy colours. You may have seen the enamels and things at Creativation. I'm excited to try them out on here. I've had them sitting in my drawer for a little while. I bought them when they first came out, and I haven't actually had a chance to use them. So I'll mask all of that off. So you can see I've masked out my inner circle, and I did take a class over at Skillshare that was all about bright colors and those kinds of things, and really bold colors, which are not colors you would tend to see me use, but we're going to use them today. So I think I'm going to do a little bit of popping pink in the middle here. I'm going to take my blending brush. I'm kind of going to fade it out so it looks like that. So I started in the middle, and I'm just working with a circular motion just to fade it out a little bit. Then I'm going to do some of the, let's do some yellow in here. I'll take another little blending tool, and I'm going to start on my tape this time. And you can see I'm just bringing that colour in, but mainly staying on the tape. So I'm trying to meet that fade, and I'm getting that really cool little like orangey area in here. Okay, so you can see, isn't that pretty? Now I'm going to lift up this tape that we used. Now you could reuse this tape. I'm actually going to use a fresh piece just because I don't want to spread the colour. It's got the colour I was using on it. I don't want to spread that. I've got a little bit of yellow up here, but I'm sure we can blend that out in a second. But you could just leave it at that. You could just have this circular pattern in the middle. It would look really, really pretty. And now I'm going to take my purple tape again, and again I'm going to tear down the middle. And we're going to do exactly the same, but in reverse. So we're going to go into this part of the stencil. And if you put your finger there, you can just tear against your finger and make it really, really simple. Let's put that one down there, this one down here. Make sure it doesn't impede on your stencil design. And and go all around. So as I was saying, I've been taking some classes over at Skillshare. We'll add in some kind of trial footage so you can just see the different things you can do. There's horticultural drawing, there's watercolour, there's brush lettering, there's career things. Greg watches a lot of the videography things, which is how he learns how to do things here on the channel. So it really doesn't matter what you want to do or what your things are. You could get a membership. It works out to less than $10 a year for the annual plan. And, you know, you can share it maybe with your husband and you can both try out different careers and, you know, fun things like that. So I'm going to put a little bit of tape over the center just because I don't want to ruin that pretty blend we've got. It came out perfectly. So there we go. Just one piece of tape and I've just ripped it up into enough pieces to cover it all up. So now we're going to go in with our Loud Lime. Again, I'm going to use one of these little blending brushes. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fade from the edge so it's not too bright, too much. Just like this. There we go. And now we get the fun part, we get to lift off. Look how pretty that looks. Look at those gorgeous colours in there. So you can see how you can really kind of achieve some fun effects using this. Now I'm going to peel this off carefully. I'm going to put it to the side just to dry for a second while we do the last few steps. So I have here my sentiment stamp set, which is Kind. And we'll be stamping that onto this here. I'm going to take this. And there is a Kind add-on set that comes with this month's box. It's a smaller stamp set, but it says things like, you know, be kind, you're kind, all of those kinds of things. So you can add some really nice textures and things in there. And so I'm just going to stamp this out with my amalgam ink. So really nice strong black ink here, and the sentiments that kind of go with this, that, you know, you could have be brave, be bold, be kind, you're so kind, all sorts of different options you've got on there. But as I say, I worked on this using the brush lettering skills over at Skillshare, and look how that pops against those neons. It looks super, super cool. So I am going to mount this up. Really easy matting, my favorite way if you've watched any of my videos. So I have a black piece here at 4 inches by 5 1/4. This. I'm going to put this on, and then I'm going to take my Kind. If you really wanted to add a little bit of pizzazz, you could use some of the Thermoweb glitter spray over the top, but I really like that as a clean, simple, bright neon card. So as I say, really, really easy. Thank you to Skillshare. Don't forget to check out the links below to get your free subscription. Last month, as always, they disappeared super, super fast, so go check out that. Go grab your free month trial, and I can't wait to see you very soon for another tip, trick, tutorial, or maybe something a little bit different. I'll see you then. Bye.